Okay, the last bird for tonight is the x250. This quad is a little bit harder to see at night. It has yellow in the front, which is unusual for quadcopters, and red in the back, but the yellow helps a lot for orientation. I like to use the Tarantula's transmitter on the x250 to give it more of a boost. The original transmitter doesn't give it its full potential. So let's give her a flight at night. Let's put her on high rates and calibrate the compass. So we can get, whoa, she's a live one. Let's do that again. There she goes. All right, let's start at 60 rates. Just 3 rates. And I'm gonna start the timer. I'll give her like 7 minutes. She usually flies like 7 minutes or so. Alright, there she is. Nice bird. She's a beginner quad, but once you're used to the transmitter from the Tarantula, she becomes a little bit more intermediate. The R is much faster. Gives her a much stronger pitch. She's like a little pocket rocket. She'll come straight to the ground if you're not careful. This is at 100% rate. Very fast. Alright, so I'm going to put it on 60 just to give her some control. She does nice funnels. This is at 100 rate funnels. It's incredible. The yaw race like crazy. It's funny to even watch. She has good range too, just like the Tarantula. Definitely 100 meters. Some people get more. 100 to 150 meters. I'll keep her around 100 meters just to be safe. She is a toy, so the motors are brush and they're fragile. So I don't really use jumps on her, although she is a good flipper. She holds easily 808 camera. I have put 808 cameras on her. It's a good small quad to bring with you for night and also day flying. And at daytime, if you put a camera, you can get good shots from her. Some people have her on FPV. She's a good FPV flyer. You can put an FPV camera on her. Very nice looking quad at night. Very fast too. This is only at 60, 40, 60, 100. So now at 100, I can barely control her sometimes at 100 because the yaw on it is so fast. I overcorrect myself. So I spin out sometimes with the turns, but the straightaways are fun though. Very fast for a little tiny bird. She's a lot of fun though. And I had her since she first came out. When she first came out, there was no FPV. Now you can get a whole kit, including the FPV version, included in the box when you buy her. But I pretty much just fly her, just sport. I like to fly her, just sport. Fast, and you know, once in a while I might do a flip. I'll do a flip right now. See, it's a pretty good flip. She flips pretty good, but it's not something I really like to do with quads that are brush flipping because it stresses out the motors. really so much fun to fly at night. She's truly a pocket rocket. She's the size of a SEMA, but so much faster than a SEMA. She flies like a tarantula, but sometimes even faster. So yeah, so once you get good with your SEMA, this is another intermediate quad. I mean, when you first get her, she's a beginner quad because her transmitter makes her so docile. But once you use the Tarantula's transmitter on her, you release the beast in her, and she becomes more of an intermediate quad. LVC is pretty good on her. She gives you 30 to 40 seconds, but when she starts to blink at night, it's really hard to see her. So I kind of got to keep her close once I get close to the 7-minute mark, because long distance LVC on her at night is hard to see. I'm just amazed how fast she is for a toy quad. It's good value. She's very cheap because she's an old quad now. When she first came out, she was expensive, but now there's so many other quads out there competing now that are newer. But this is another oldie but goodie in my book. So it's a good quad to have in your collection. It's so easy to carry too. It's so small, you can just throw her in a backpack and just bring her anywhere. She is sensitive to wind though, so that's the only thing. That's why I like to fly at night. There's less wind at night. I mean, she'll handle some wind, 8 miles per hour. Anything over 8. If you get closer to 10 miles per hour wind, she gets pushed around a lot. You have to be on high rates. And she has good range. I can go really high with her and not worry about the range so much. All the way up there. Awesome quad. Oops, almost hit the bottom. And that's my warning for 7 minutes, so I should bring her in closer. Battery should be getting weak by now. Wow. Alright, I'm going to lower her rates. She's at 40% rate. Her yards dropped way too slow for me. I'll put her at 60. Alright. Oops, there she goes. Hit the pitch stick. Alright, so that's the Tarantula. Excuse me, this is the Tarantula's transmitter. This is the x250 at night. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.